Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's Javier. I'm super excited to be with you here this morning on this Labor Day weekend. I don't know if I'm having an issue on my end, but I don't see anyone's camera on. Can somebody tell me if you can hear me?
And he like to just sit up on your shoulder. Let me go plug this.
Yeah, we hear you fine, but you
Okay,
gotta
because
mute
I can't
everybody.
hear anybody fine. The sound is super low, but as long as you can hear me, I'm good to go. So just confirming once again, you can hear me okay, normal, like always, Mr. Bob?
Sounds perfect, except the background noise with others.
Okay, I'm gonna mute everybody right now, so maybe that's it, but let's just go ahead and do that right now. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. I want to say thank you for everybody for taking the time to be here on this Labor Day weekend. As you know, we sent out a text message only to the new list this week. It is the new way that we're doing business. We purged the old 600 or whatever on earth that was before, that we're just simply not going to be working anymore. We're starting a new list, and all of you, I'll give you the actual code that you need to text or have your teammates text if you want them to be notified of when these webinars begin. It's going to be on the short end. I'm not going to make it long at all because I want to get everybody back to the weekend, but I really do appreciate your time here today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fire up the PowerPoint so we can get right to it, and then we can get everybody on their way back to their barbecues or whatever it is that you all have going on. So thank you. Let me just go ahead and get this going for you to make sure that you can see it. All right. And so having said that, if Bob, can you mute yourself, Bob? If you can, let me know once you see the opening slide in just 1 second. I know it's not up there quite yet, but once it does pop up there, if you can just please let me know. Let me just go ahead and make this pop up. I got way too many windows open this morning, but I just want to make sure I give everybody the information that they need. So just bear with me 1 second while it pops back up. I don't know why it's taking forever. Oh, more people coming in. Let me just get them in here. Okay, well, if you could just let me know, Bob, you should be able to see it right about now.
Yep, got it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so thank you so much once again. What we're going to do this morning is go over a review of something, or I should say the intro to an update that we have coming up that's actually multiple parts and it relates to marketing life insurance with social media. I helped a few people this week that are having challenges and struggles, and I wanted to just cover that here today publicly to give everybody the opportunity to either ask away or understand what exactly that you should and should not be doing when it comes to social media marketing. But as always, we're going to do a couple of our first things first. I want to just first and foremost congratulate Kathy Darugar on an outstanding payday this coming Tuesday. Congratulations. I'm not at liberty. I wish I could, but I'm not at liberty to tell you how much she's making. But great job, Kathy. Anything you want to say, Kathy, about what you're doing in regards to your success that's leading to those kind of paydays?
Just basically, I've been really focusing on what's happening with the market, and a lot of people are in variable accounts. Those were for 3B transfers and an IRA transfer. But also, I think we have to stop dismissing, like when we come across a client that's not going to do very much, because one of those big transfers was the husband of a client that only did like $200 in a Roth. But then she was so happy with me. She's like, my husband has something too, and we're not happy with our current situation. And so a lot of times agents overlook the small deals because they just are always looking for the big deals. But just know that if you help someone, they will refer you to other people. But basically, yeah, just focusing on what's happening in the market. And I tell people your future self will be thanking you for the decision you're making today.
Perfect. Congratulations again, Kathy, on a job well done. And I did a little bit of research, and this coming week, this coming Tuesday, because we get paid again on Friday, but this coming Tuesday, which represent one of 8 paydays in the month for us, in one single payday, Kathy's getting literally about a quarter of what a person earns in America in an entire year. So that's why we are here. That's why I love helping and do my part in any way that I can to allow more of you to do stuff like that. And even if it's not to that degree, it's still nice to help people and at the same time, help yourself and your family and be that much better off, especially during the financial challenges that we're about to really get into. We haven't even gotten started yet, and people are already feeling it. So congratulations, Kathy, on a job well done, okay? Thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so let me go ahead and continue. And what I want to do now is just go over something else that I just described to you, and that is a new text code. You have to text Crusaders to 74121 to receive the text alerts if you want to keep receiving them. We flushed our 600 list this past at the end of August of last month. And so now we're on a new list with 25 whopping people on it. And so that's better because I know we don't have 600 people. And so that means I'm just wasting a lot of tax credits to people that are not even doing their part. So thank you so much for being here to everybody else. And if you do want to receive this, especially if you're watching the recording, just go ahead and text Crusaders to 74121. What I want to talk to you about today really revolves around social media marketing. And so what I mean by this is that there are some things that are realistic goals, and then there are other things that are not as realistic as it relates to marketing life insurance on social media. I have two people that I was able to strategize this week with who was very frustrated. And one of the things that I told them was that one has to have realistic goals for what we do on social media, especially depending on how we go about it. And what I mean by that is quite simple. Let me give you an example. If what you're doing is posting various life insurance quotes or various life insurance posts, that's good. That's good. But what do you think is the main purpose of you doing that? Anybody? And I don't know why the sound system just died. So I'm going to strain myself to listen in. But what do you think is the main purpose of you posting on your personal page, to make it simple, social media related stuff? Anybody?
To gain contact information.
To what?
To get contact information.
Okay, collect contact. That's one of them. What else do you think?
To let them know, that, you're the guy to talk to if they need insurance. Because a lot of times, they think about it, or some kind of an event happens, somebody dies, somebody gets sick. They go, oh my God, I got to get life insurance. And they don't remember that you're in it, or don't even know you're in the business. And when they see it, and they see it every once in a while, you burn that into their heads so that down the road, if they do all of a sudden want to buy, guess who they're going to call? You.
Yes. And that's exactly what I wanted to talk about, to make sure that you have realistic expectations. This person was really frustrated because they're posting a lot on their personal page, but are not generating business per se. And what I was explaining to them was the fact that the way the algorithm works, and I don't know how exactly it works, but we know that part of the way that the algorithm on all social media platforms work, they really do revolve around when you post something, and let's just say you have 5,000 friends, which is the maximum that Facebook allows. It doesn't take your message and puts it in front of 5,000 people. It doesn't put it in on all their feeds, if you would. The algorithm will find out who interacts with you, who do you interact with them, and various other aspects that it's going to look for to deter. Because remember, they want to sell ads. So they're going to go ahead and try to correlate between you and who really interacts with you and who you really interact with as well, by how many posts you like, whose pictures you like, and so on. And so it'll take your 5,000 friends and probably dwindle them to 80. And the reason they can do that is they have a few billion people on social media that they can do this. So it does add up in the long run, and it increases the ad revenue for these companies. And so what that means is that if you post something, time and time again, understand that the chances of just a rare stranger coming across your, post and seeing it and buying from you is pretty low. It's even pretty low that all your contacts or your friends, if you would actually see that. Now, if I put a post on the $1 Million Baby campaign, a perfect example, $1 Million baby campaign, and I posted, it's probably going to be put in around 20 to 40 people's posts, or feeds, and that's about it, because that's how many people I probably interact with. I'm at like 4,980 friends, quote friends. I don't know who the hell these people are, but what I do from time to time, just like I purged my list of people, excuse me, just like I purged the text list, I purge a lot of friends. And what I'm going to start to do this month, which is of course already here, I'm going to purge a lot of the people that I already know in, let's just say, FFS. Not because I'm doing it for a bad reason. I need to always connect with people that I either want to hopefully sell to, reinforce what I do. But if you're doing social media for just that, social purposes, then yeah, you want all your real friends, your coworkers. I don't really care about that too much. I don't care what somebody's eating. I don't care what somebody's kids are doing. I really don't care about that. I'm a marketer. And so if you're going to be marketing on your own personal profile, then what you might want to consider, because remember, if I post something and somebody from FFS likes it and shares it to another FFS person who in turn puts it on their FFS page, I never leave the ecosystem of FFS per se. And so what you want to make sure you do is that you're connected to the right people if you're doing it as a business. If you're going to socialize, you just want to see what other people are doing within your circle, then that's different. But this person was basically doing that. And I go, what are the chances of all these FFS people buying a life insurance policy from you? Well, none. Well, that's I looked at your profile. That's all you have. So you shouldn't have those kinds of expectations. What I told this person, what they need to do is create a business page. I go, now that's different, because with the business page, don't make the same mistake of running to all your FFS people, asking them to like your page, because you're going to be in the exact same boat. So if you want to do it free, what you can do, a couple of things you can do. Number one, what you can do is, let me just go ahead and minimize this for 1 second. What you can do, number one, is of course, connect with people you don't know, people that have interest with kids, that are business owners, that kind of a thing that you could network with, if you would. And so don't have unrealistic expectations. Or if you do have nothing but family friends, personal friends, not business, not FFS related, but you want to be on more of their feeds, then Facebook allows you to pay to do what's called boost your post. And when you boost your post, now it's going to show up in the feeds of more of your friends. But again, if you do that and it keeps showing up in other FFS or life insurance people's, it's not going to do anything. Which brings me to the third and final option that you really have, and that is to run ads. So when you run an ad, you're going to run a standalone ad that's going to be placed in people based on which demographics you choose. And so that's when you have the greatest chance of actually generating business. Now, going back to what I recommend that if you do your social media for business, my recommendation is very simple. Make sure that, kind of like what Bob was saying, it's intended to remind people of what it is you do. It's intended to reinforce that you are an expert in your field. It's intended to go ahead and let people know that you are able to address whatever concerns they have. So when the need arises, they think of you. Remember this, people do business ideally with when two criteria are met. They do business with people that they trust, and they do business with people that they like. And that's very difficult to do with strangers on social media. That's just the way it is. And so that's why you have to if you're going to run an ad, please don't do what a lot of people do. They run it for 7 days and then they come back and say, they didn't work. If you're going to run ads, you better make a 6-month commitment minimum that it's going to be just running and running and running, because it takes multiple impressions for people to develop fake trust, meaning where, okay, I see this guy all the time. I mean, I can tell you of attorneys in my area that I see the commercials that I know their first name, I know their last name, I know their stupid tagline, I know their website, but I almost trust them, but I really don't trust them. I don't know I don't think I trust any attorney. But the point that I'm making is that you want to do the same thing. It takes multiple impressions for people to buy into your message. And so, having said that, my recommendation, don't have such high expectations that you're going to generate 5 sales a week from your personal page posts, if you would. Now, I hope you do. I mean, I really hope you do. But the reality is that it's very unlikely. So if you're going to do that, post consistently, post neutral stuff. Don't demean people. Don't tell them how stupid they are because they're not saving for retirement, or how dumb they are. I mean, I see some posts of people saying, yeah, look at these people. They don't buy life insurance, but they have life insurance on their phone. Bunch of idiots. I mean, don't be that person. You want to just go ahead and post neutral material that reinforces your identity. Now, me personally, if I did have a business identity, most people on social media know me as a marketer. That's just the way it is. I have a team, as you know, with life insurance agents that know me as nothing but that. I also have a team on the mortgage side that they're like, what life insurance do you do? But they don't even know that. I do the same thing with mortgages. I do the same thing with solar. I build teams everywhere. And for me, I'd rather be known as the marketer than anything else. Now, a lot of people are known as just the life insurance, and that's fine. I bet I was in Moreno Valley yesterday with the lady who inherited, I'm not even going to give you the exact, first of all, I want to say kudos to Kathy Darugar. I have so much respect for her now that yesterday I went to see a client in the city of Hemet, and I thought I had landed on the moon. I mean, I was in my Tesla and I damn near ran out of battery. I didn't know it was that far. So all these times she's driven out here for a lunch. Thank you, Kathy. Okay, I had no clue where the hell Hemet was
You
and
know
how
my
far.
pain now.
I mean, thank you. That's a committed woman, because I'd be like, do me a favor, Javier, put a laptop next to you at the table and I'll just zoom in on that dinner or whatever, because it's far. So thank you. And so anyways, I was there working with a lady who she didn't even know. She got notified by an attorney. A distant family member died without a will. It went to probate and they left everything. I mean, I'm not going to say how much, of unbelievable amount of money to just her. I had no clue what the hell to do with it. But the point that I'm making is that you have to have that reputation with people about something. Stand for something or you'll fall for anything. And that holds true with how people perceive you as well. So the best way that I know how to do that in the financial services world is what I'm going to share with you right now. And I'm going to also give you a resource. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fire this up and hopefully it pops up. Let me see if we can see it. And if you can see it, not to snag it. Oh, here it is. Thank God. Okay, so Bob, again, do you see that? Not that one. Let me see.
Nothing yet.
What's the day's date? Because it goes by day. What's the date today? The 2nd, or what the hell are we anyways?
Yeah, the second.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
Oh, no, third,
perfect.
the third.
Bob,
The
can you do
third.
me a favor and just let me know if you see the slide once again that I was showing right now? It's just that it's not, I don't know what is going on today. It should say the life insurance marketing.
Nothing yet. Yeah, here it goes.
Okay. If you don't have this resource, it's a PDF. You read, excuse me, you really need to get your hands on it. And I'm going to give you a copy of it right now. This comes from Life Happens. Life Happens is a nonprofit organization set up to market life insurance. It does not represent any one company, and it does a great job of marketing. So before you worry about designing and graphics and stuff like that, most people don't have, I've given you a million times the templates. Most people, because I count the clickers, how many people go to it. Most people don't bother to go customize it with their information. Most people don't bother, whatever reason. But what I'm saying is that this handout that I'm going to give you right here, let me go one more page, shows you everything you're going to need, starting with a book, Facebook post, also for Twitter, also in LinkedIn. Now, the difference in these types of social media platforms I'm sharing with you, they all revolve around the format in which the actual posts are designed. They just present better for Facebook when they're these dimensions. Twitter, it's this. Let's just LinkedIn, it's a little different. But I'm going to give you access to everything here today because I want you to have realistic expectations. If you don't, you're going to be led to unnecessary frustration. Where the people I met with this week, I was telling them, you're just being unrealistic. Because to be honest with you, if you could just put a personal post, especially an ugly one like yours, and on top of that, money was being made by you, Facebook would be charging us $100 a month because it wouldn't need the ads, which is where the business is generated most of the time. What you need to do is let people know what you do, let people know what you can do for them, and then reinforce it by posting from time to time, not 10 times a day, mix it in with personal pictures and videos or what have you, but remind them on a consistent basis of your message. And that message is coming from you. So it reinforces you. But to expect 10 sales a week out of this thing on your little ugly Facebook post, it's just simply not going to happen. So let me show you what the first thing I'm going to do, that should be the first thing you do, is when we go to the first page, well, here, let me just show it to you live so you understand how simple, not easy, nothing's ever easy, but how simple it can be. So it is your responsibility to get your hands on what I'm going to share with you. Because if you don't get this, or if you're on the webinar or the recording, then your job is to scan the code I'm going to share with you in just one moment. But please do not call me during the week about this. I just can't help you, and I won't help you during the week when you can ask away right now. So let me go ahead and just fire this up. And I want to show you the actual live one. I know that's not it right there, so just bear with me. And I'm going to go ahead and open it up here in just 1 second. Now, you're going to see a code, and what you need to do is simply go ahead and scan it, and it's going to lead you to where this thing is at. So let me just go ahead and pull this up here in just 1 second. I don't know why. There it is. Okay, social media. It's called this. Okay, let me show it to you so you understand what it is that I'm trying to say. Now, it's called. Here it is. It's called the Social Media Content Plan. I didn't create it. This is directly from Life Happens, and it all starts with the hyperlinks you see here. What that means is that if you can, Bob, can you see Social Media Content Plan?
Yes, yes,
Yes?
yes, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to click on this, the Facebook Life Happens, and all you need to do is click on it. It brings you to the business page for Life Happens because it's not a person, and that's pretty cool because you're not limited to the 5,000 friends. So as you can see here, 279,000 people have liked this, including
That
136
didn't come up.
of my friends.
That
So you
didn't come
want to
up.
make sure that you like it, because when you like it and they post something, it's going to be placed on your feed automatically. And then all you simply do, you right click it, and then you
Javier.
copy. And
Javier,
then
we
you
don't
paste
see
in
it.
your feed and
We can't.
repeat that once again. It's
We don't see it,
pretty,
Javier.
pretty cool.
And-
So, I'm sorry?
We
We
don't
can't-
see it here.
Oh, hold on. Let me know, guys, please. Okay, so let me go ahead and go back over here. So what I did, I clicked on the hyperlink. Can you see the Facebook?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I clicked on the hyperlink from the form earlier, and it brought me here. And what you'll see here is, like I was telling you, 279,729 people like this, including 136 of your friends. 291,000 people follow this. Now, most of the people that follow here are life insurance agents. They're not average people. Average people don't give a crap about this. But what you can do is get marketing ideas, and most importantly, get the marketing material to go with it. Example, September is Life Insurance Awareness Month. Did you know that? So if I like this one so much, I literally just right-click it, copy it. I'm going to go to, I'm opening up a new tab. Now this is going to be my personal one right here. Can you see my personal Facebook page?
Yes.
Okay, and all I do is I just go in here where it says create post. I paste it, and there you go. Now, hey family, just a reminder, don't leave your family hanging. Let's get together for a life insurance checkup. Hit me up, direct message me, text me, whatever you want to put in here. Super, super simple. Now, if I go back over here, you can go ahead and click on the images, and you can literally hop around. Let me go back here. Zoom out. When you die, there are no more paychecks for your loved ones, but their bills stay the same. Again, I like that. Copy it. Facebook. Paste it in there, and there it is. I mean, that's pretty cool that you could do something like that. And so the point that I'm making here is that you can go ahead and do this literally by just simply waiting for them to post something, and then you just simply repost it. And that is going to give you the ability to not have to worry about having it branded to National Life or Anaco or FFS, stuff that does nothing for you. These are neutral. You are resharing a nonprofit's material, so therefore you don't have to be putting or typing in disclosures to the images. Nothing at all. Especially when you're not talking to the general public, you're talking to friends and family. Completely different beast. And so, like I said, not just that, but let me go back to the actual form. You can come in here, and I know you can't see it, so let me go ahead and pull it up. The PowerPoint is here. Here you go. Bob, can you see the social media plan again?
Yep.
So now we're talking about if you want material for Twitter, just go in here, follow them. You don't even have to follow them. Just visit them from every once in a while. Copy the material that's formatted for that. The same thing for LinkedIn. There's a blog. And the beauty about blogs that you can come in here, and now what you're doing, and you can come in here, excuse me, according to the season, whatever the hell you want to go by. And so let's just say What does $1 million life insurance policy really mean? This started and got me actually a policy from my adult daughter. We were talking about this, and she just got approved. I just delivered her policy. It got me a sale from this. And so I can click on this blog. All you do, you go to the top where the address bar is found, highlight it.
We don't see that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I don't have my secondary monitor with me, so please let me know if you can't see anything. And so what I did, I went back to Chrome. Can you see that?
Yep.
And so the address at the top. So let me back up. I when I clicked on that, it brings to Life Happens blog. These are all articles. That's basically what a blog means. Why small business owners need life insurance. Are these 3 misconceptions stopping you from getting life? Whatever speaks to you. I like this one. What does $1 million? Because with my daughter, we ended up with $500,000. Doesn't matter. It was $500,000 more than she had. So I click on that. I go to the top address bar. I simply copy it. I go back to my Facebook page. I click on the new post. I paste the whole thing. Now, here's a secret, if you would. So let me go ahead and do this because the old one was still there. Here's something you can do. Now, it immediately popped up the article. The preview is what it's called. So now I don't need the address bar. It looks ugly as hell. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to highlight it, delete it, but the article still stays there. And then again, dear friends, don't and what I'm going to do here, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there. We can look at it next week. Life insurance is than think. Is and for those that don't know, FFS at the convention rolled out a quote. You can actually quote somebody life insurance on your phone now, which is pretty cool. You don't need to log in, you get all the other stuff. Dear friends, please don't leave your family hanging. Life insurance cheaper than you think. Making on your planning. Text me for a free quote. So when I'm going to do that, now my goal is to see if anybody even interacts with it. Not in a split second, but I want to see if they go ahead and just simply interact with it. So we'll come back to it. I'll check it out later. But the point that I'm making, and I'm going to go back to the list that I was sharing with you here, that there's a lot of material here. Now, here, they even tell you what to publish your own stuff. For instance, here, for week 1, February is month of love. Summer's love. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on about everything. Now, here's a great one right here. You can expect to spend $241,000 to raise a child born in 2012. And so the point that I'm making is that all this material can help you simplify your life. And like I said, ask yourself, what is my goal? The most realistic goal you can have as a life agent is reinforcing who you are to people around you, that you are the go-to person in case they have a question, in case they have a concern, in case they need a quote. I even help them with issues from other companies, not to handle their problems, but just to guide them. Well, go back to your agent when my agent is gone. Well, here, let me Google a phone number for customer service for Transamerica. I just did that. Give them a call. Do that. You can't be all about making money every single time. Stay on on focus with making money, but it's the service you bring to people that goes beyond just them being a commission to you. It's about the service you should provide for people as well. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the actual PowerPoint to give you the link to this. I would encourage you to please get your hands on it, because like I said, I'm not going to be available to give it to you throughout the week. So if you want this, all you need to do is scan this code with your phone, and it will take you to the Dropbox that I have set up to make it easy for you to you can either drop it into your Dropbox or download it. It's a PDF, super light. You can do it on your phone. You can view it on your phone. You can tap on the links on your phone, bookmark it, and so on, to make sure that, again, you're that much more productive, and that you have realistic expectations as to what can and cannot be achieved on social media as well. If all you're doing is showing yourself, partying and drinking and thrashing yourself, and then you're putting a post every once in a while about life insurance, and nobody calls you because they're staying the hell away from you, well, don't be shocked. And so that's why I'm saying, if you're going to do that, do it. But at least get a business page that you keep separate from your personal life. If there's anything in your personal life that might contradict your message, is what I'm saying. I'm not telling you how to live your life. I could not care less. That's your decision. But like the people that I strategized with this week, I was telling them the problem are your expectations. You're just being so unrealistic about it. It's not even funny. And so you don't even get to complain yet, because you just simply haven't done enough. What I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to turn it over to you to see if anybody has any questions about anything before we wrap it up on this Labor Day weekend. Anyone? All right. Well, I'm not going to make this any longer.
I do. I have one question. Can you hear me?
Yes.
How do we find out more information about the text for a free quote? Like, how do we get a text number?
Oh, what I meant by that is that they can text you the information. You would just simply use the FFS app. You just need to go ahead. No, so you don't need a code. They would just simply text me their phone number. I call them. While I'm on the phone with them, I put them on speaker. I fire up the FFS app, and I can get a term policy quote right there on the app now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, if nothing else, I just wanted to let everybody know that the list is complete for the first wave of the people that are doing the purchasing of the leagues. But we're already doing that, but we are going to lock it down some more. And so everybody that's in is already in as of this week. And so I want to congratulate everybody that made it into that program. We are looking to get ourselves back to the top. We won 20% of the top 20 cash flow awards in all of FFS for our team by next, not Jumpstart, but by summer convention of next year. Minimum of 4 out of the 20, which is very doable because we've done it before. And so with what we've got going on of loading up people with preset appointments via Zoom only, it's just going to be a no-brainer. You got the Kathys that are going to be there. George is on top. Hatter, I'm just incredible. And so I just want to go ahead and thank everybody that did their part to get qualified for that. And we're going to go ahead and take off from here with that as well. All right. Any other questions before we wrap it up?
Hey, Javier, is that the FFS Edge app, or just is it a different FFS app?
It's just the regular. What is it called? It's vanilla name. Hold on, I'll look at it right now.
Yes, it's the FFS Edge.
The Edge. Okay. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't anything different because I missed that.
Yeah, it's called FFS Edge. FFS Edge. And so what I'll do. Oh, last time it didn't let me do it, so I'm not going to overpromise. Let me just see if I can connect.
Go in there to financial need. When you go into it, you go to financial need.
I'll try one last time. iPhone via AirPlay here. So let me just try this one last time. And if not, I'm just going to have to go ahead and wrap it up. Oh, there you go. So let me see if this works. Yeah, it won't work, but it's the FFS Edge app. It works like a charm, and I'm telling you, if you haven't done it, do it. All right, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Please don't drink and drive, and I look forward to seeing you next Saturday. Thank you.